What's good, everyone? It's Chambers from chambersmixedit.com. We're going to do another tutorial. What's going on here?
I'm the sound
Who
guy.
are you? No, who are you?
No, I have the microphone
right here.
to check the sound.
I don't need a sound guy.
I'm checking the sound for you.
For a sound
I'm the sound guy.
Jerry, did we ask for a sound guy? Nobody needs a sound guy.
I'm telling you, somebody asked.
Just leave. Just leave.
All right.
Yeah, just keep talking.
I guess it's not my day. It's just not my day today.
You want, like,
that's how it is.
just get out. Just get out.
All right. Well, keep the same energy tomorrow. All right, I'll see you.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Go call my manager.
All right, what time is it? Isn't the sound guy supposed to be here?
Hey man, I'm over here.
I was just kidding.
That's not really funny.
I don't care.
Did you need me?
You can leave. The door is right there.
No. All right.
Do I need to? What's good, everyone? This is Chambers from chambersmixedit.com for like the 6th time. Between now and the last, so many wires in here. Between now and the last video, I think we did hit 5K subscribers. I'm not very smart, but yeah, like I said, once we hit 5K subscribers, I was gonna do a face reveal for you. So here it is. This is the real me. Yep, that's me. This guy is me. That's me. But yeah, so now that we got that out of the way, thank you all for 5K. We're already at like 5.3K at this point, so I really appreciate all the support. Thank you all for sticking with me and just watching all the videos. So I asked, what kind of tutorial do you guys want to see next? Mainly the answer was a Plugg beat tutorial. How could you do this? But if you've been watching me for like a while, back in the first videos that I did on my YouTube channel, I did a lot of Plugg beat tutorials, so I guess people want to see that again. And now I'll be able to describe it to you more in depth and go through the music theory and all that stuff that you guys want to see. For those of you who don't know what Plugg music is, it's a subgenre of trap, and like the main producers that are known for Plugg music, Mexico Joe, Stupid Cool, Polo Boy Shawty, people like that. And then you have artists like D Savage and Diego Money who are popular for the Plugg sound. I'm about to show you guys everything, how I do all the chords, the chord structuring, each and every melody. The sound selection is one of the biggest parts of making Plugg music, and then the drums. And yeah, so let's go right into Logic. Just kidding. Again, this is actually Pro Tool. I mean, what is this? This is FL Studio. All right, let's get started. The first step for making Plugg music is the sound selection. That applies for the melodies and the drums. Very important. If you don't have Purity and you want to make Plugg music, I highly suggest that you go get the VST Purity. This is where you get like any Plugg sound that you need. The first sound that we're gonna want is like electric piano Rhodes type sound to get some keys, to get some chords going. So I'm gonna go into presets. Let's go into piano, and let's see. I really like Pretty Suitcase. Hold up. Change the buffer length. Did he just change the buffer length in the middle of a video? Next, go back into Purity. And Purity is also very CPU light. Next, we want to add an arpeggio. Let's go to Bell and Perk and grab Bell with harmonics. That's got to be like the most popular Plugg music arpeggio. Go into Purity again. Now let's grab a bell, vibra, hand bell at the bottom there. 2 more sounds. Let's get a sitar. Sometimes you might have like a synth sitar sound. Sounds like this. Lastly, we need the lead sound. So like the lead synth sound for the main melody. Go into fast synth again and grab harmonic lead. So that's your sound selection melody wise. Drum selection is also very important, but we'll get to that later. Second step is the chords. So let's go back to our key sound. And before we even start writing the chords, the BPM is usually, well, really, it can be anything. I've heard slow Plugg beats, but I like to stay in like the 150, 160 BPM range. So it's like pretty fast and energetic. So I'm going to have it at 157 BPM. And let's get started with the chords. I'm going to start out with a minor chord. If you're interested in learning the music theory of how all of this works, this is where you want to pay attention. Ready? So we're going to add a note at C. And now we're just going to build out a minor chord. Simple minor chord right here, right? C minor chord. I'm going to lower the velocity. Go down an octave too. So if we add, now it's a C minor 7th chord. Because this is just called a triad because it's 3 notes. We add one, now it becomes a 7th because this is the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th. Now when we add another note to the chord, this is the 9th, 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, the 9th. That's how you build out a chord. It looks like this. A trick that I love to do, instead of building out a whole new chord, all I have to do is duplicate this chord over. All I did was hit shift and drag, and hit shift and the down arrow on your keyboard. We're gonna go down 5 semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's move this over to the third bar, and we'll have it in a different pattern like this, so it has more bounce to it. Hit Alt S to strum out the notes. Next, the arpeggio. Really all I'm going to do here is just put it on the top note. So we're starting at the top of the chord and we want to go down. So I want this little middle note to help transport it. So I'll put that right here. Bell. Again, add it to that ninth, which is the top note. We'll do a little back and forth pattern. See, I'm just going from the ninth to the seventh. Same thing for this chord. Then here we just lead it back up. Sitar. Simple, just the top note of the chord. This is where we add the melody with the lead. Just to make it a little more interesting, we're going to add a slide note. So go right under it. Make sure the note is in the scale. F sharp is not in the scale. You don't want it. We want to go to F, which is in the scale. And I leave about 3 of these block unit things. Try to come up with something in your head and translate that into the computer. I'm just going to put this into the playlist. I'm going to hit split by channel. Now all of the melodies are in separate patterns. Alright, so now we can get into the drums now that we have all of the melodies done. So for Plugg music, there's some very popular 808s, claps, percussion, and FX instruments that are used. I put all of the most important and essential sounds of Plugg music into one drum kit. It's called the Plugg Essentials Drum Kit. We have all the 808s that you're going to need, all the claps that you'll need, all the hi-hats, open hi-hats, snares, perks, and extras. So whenever I'm making a Plugg beat, I just go right into that kit, boom, 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 put all the sounds in, and we're done. And here are some of the sounds. This is on my site. It's only $9. It's $9 for the best sounds that you could possibly use for Plugg music. I'll leave a link for you guys in the description and in the comments section. It's chambersmixedit.com/soundkits. But enough of that. I'm gonna just show you what it sounds like. Grab 808 number 1. It's already tuned to C. You don't have to tune anything. You're already ready to go. Clap 1, my favorite. Hi-hat number 2 is cool. Open hat 5, the shaker, and let's get a tom in there too. Gotta have this snare. And of course the crash. Let's get started with the 808. Since it's already tuned to C, you don't really have to worry about anything. You could just put it straight on the root note. Then G is too low, so we're just going to go up an octave. Highlight that, hit Control C to copy, Control X to cut, add a new pattern, Control V to paste. Put the pattern in the playlist. Let's make a duplicate by hitting Make Unique. Now we have a different pattern. This time we'll go up. Next, the clap on the 3 and the 7 count. Bro, that 808 hits. You want to be very minimal with the hi-hat, not just Philly's two-step. You have to subtract the hi-hat notes and it really helps out with the bounce. So it's like this. People don't really use open hi-hats, but I like to add it. I have the open hi-hat and the 808 hitting at the same time. They really help accent each other and it just sounds nice. And we're gonna do 2 main patterns that alternate every 2 bars. I love to have the tom hit at the end like this. It's just that double hit and then back to the first bar. Let's see, a snare. My favorite part about doing Plugg beats is that little snare hit, because you hear how the hi-hats drop out and then the 808 comes right back in after that snare hits. That's got to be my favorite part. Then the crash, of course, at the beginning. Now I'm going to add all the melodies back in. One of the most notable features of Plugg beats is you don't have the 808 hit on the 1. So we got to drag it back like 2 bars. And now here we go. A few of you have requested, how do you structure these beats out? So I'm going to show you. For a Plugg beat, you don't usually have like an intro. You just go straight into it like this. That's going to run for 16 bars. Then we move into the verse. So I do 16 bar hooks and 24 bar verses. So basically to me that means 3 different sections of 8 bars, because 3 times 8 is 24. I think. I don't know. I'm not really good at math, but yeah. So James, if you text me one more time, I swear. We're going to add the crash on the 1. Every 8 bars, we're going to have the crash, just like the chord progression. We want to take our hi-hat and clap, and then we want to take our 808. Again, delay it by 2. So we went from a big melody hook, drop it down to just the chords. Next, we want to slowly bring the melodies back in to build the beat back up. So now I'm going to bring in the arpeggio and have the hi-hat and the clap. After the first 4 bars, I'm going to bring the 808 back in. And the percussion. Let's see, we're going to do the bell and the sitar here and just the 808. Drop the hi-hat and the clap out this time. After those 2 bars, bring it right back in. Then it's important, you want to leave these 2 last bars open, because you don't want to go drums in the verse to straight drums in the hook. Drop the drums out, and then boom, in the hook, they all come back. So we're just going to go back to the hook, hold shift and drag, duplicate that right over. So here you go, 8 bars, 8 bars, 8 bars, 24 bar verse to the 16 bar hook. Just take that verse, copy it over, but we're going to make one change. Instead of doing the bell and the sitar here, this time we're going to use the synth. There we go. We have the hook. Then for the outro, I like to have all of my melodies with the crash. Start with just the chords for the first 4 bars, and then we end it with all the melodies together. So it sounds like this. But yeah, so before I play this all together for you guys, I just want to say I appreciate it for 5K followers. Subscribe. Man. Remember the Plugg Essentials drum kit, chambersmixedit.com/soundkits. It's only $9. Only $9, the best sounds. I'll leave a link in the description and in the comment section. And please let me know, like, what tutorials do you guys want to see next? So now I'm just going to play it for you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Peace.